take a look at another example. In this next one, we've got two angles that together are making up. Notice that they're making up a straight line. So even though they're not using this term, they are saying that these two angles are supplements or supplementary, because they are together making a straight line, which means they're adding up to 180 degrees. So what that means is when I take my two angles, which is my 20x plus 10, and that's whatever that angle is going to be in degrees, and I add it to my second angle, which is the 3x plus 9, that they should add up to a straight line, which is going to be a total of 180 degrees. And just like the last one, we are just going to be adding normally, which means we're going to be combining like terms. Well, combining like terms has us adding the 20x and the 3x to get 23x. It also has us adding, the 10 and the 9 to get a total of positive 19. And then this whole thing does equal, we wanted them to add up to 180 degrees. That hasn't changed. And then we continue solving normally. We'd subtract the 19 from both sides, which will, get us a 23x equals 161 degrees. And then last step, we'll divide both sides by a 23, which gives us that x equals, x equals 7. The problem is this is the value for x, not our actual angles. They said they want the measure of the angle, so I still need to take this x and plug it back in. So remember, my first angle was a 20x plus 10. So that means I should be taking this x I just got and plugging it back in, my 7. So that would give me, 20 times 7 plus 10. Well, following the order of operations, I have to start with the 20 times 7, which is 140, plus my 10 would give me 150 degrees. Now, we know our two angles should be supplementary, making a straight line, which means they have to add up to 180. So if one angle is 150, it does mean that the other one has to be 30. However, let's make sure. So the other angle is 3x plus 9. And again, we're plugging in an x of 7. So that'll be 3 times 7 plus 9. Well, the 3 times 7 is 21. Plus 9 does give us the 30 we were expecting. So those are the two angles that they were asking for. And we're perfect and we're all done. In this next group, we're going to talk about measuring our angles not in just degrees, but in minutes and seconds. Well, each degree can be broken up into 60 minutes. So in a minute, we're going to denote a minute with a little dash after a number. Then we can, just like normal minutes that we have with time, we can break up our minutes into also seconds. Well, just like normal time, each minute, remember that's the one with the 1 dash, can be broken up into 60 seconds, and we'll use 2 of these little dashes or apostrophes for seconds. So we have 60 minutes in a degree, and then we have 60 seconds in a minute. So in words, what we're looking at is there are 60 minutes in a degree, and then there are also 60 seconds in a minute if you were looking at how to write this out in words. In this next problem, we're going to look at finding the complement and the supplement of an angle, but this time we're going to have degrees, minutes, and seconds involved, so we need to be a little bit careful. So, on this first one, we will start out with the angle 50 degrees, 40 minutes, and 50 seconds. And let's start off by finding its complement first. So, finding its complement means that the two angles should add up to 90 degrees. So we should take 90 degrees minus the 50 degrees, 40 minutes, and 50 seconds. However, the idea of subtracting means that we're going to need to borrow from the degrees to create some minutes, and then borrow from the minutes to create some seconds in order to subtract. This is like old school when you learned how to subtract way back when you first learned subtraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by turning this 90 degrees into 89 degrees. And when we do that, that gives us an extra degree. That means that extra degree, remember that 1 degree equals 60 minutes. So then I can add in some minutes. I'll add in 60 minutes. However, then I don't have any seconds I can subtract, so I'm going to knock that one down and borrow from that. I'm going to knock that down to 59 minutes and turn one of the minutes into seconds. How many seconds are in a minute? 60 seconds are in a minute. So then I can have an extra leftover 60 seconds. So the idea was I took one of the degrees, broke it up into 60 minutes. Then I took one of those minutes and broke it up into 60 seconds so that I can subtract. Because as it was, I didn't have any minutes or seconds to actually subtract. Now I do. So one thing at a time, I have to start my way from right to left, starting out with the smallest. So I'm going to start by subtracting my 60 seconds and taking the 50 seconds I'm subtracting away from it. Well, 50 taken away from the 60 is going to give us 10 seconds. Also, let's see what else I have. I have 40 minutes that I'm subtracting from the 59 minutes. That will give me 19 minutes. And now I need to just subtract the regular degrees. And notice I'm working my way up from smallest to largest. That's the way it's always going to work. I'll take my 50 degrees away from my 89 degrees, and that would leave me with, let's see, 39 degrees. So my complement is going to be, of the 50 degrees, 40 minutes, and 50 seconds, is going to be 39 degrees, 19 minutes, and 10 seconds. That's my complement. Now I need to do the same thing all over again, but I also need to find its supplement. Now let's look at finding the supplement of this angle. So same idea, supplement. Except for supplements have to add up to 180. So this time we're going to be taking 180 minus the angle we have. Same angle, 50 degrees, 40 minutes, and, and 50 seconds. We'll have to do the same idea, though. We're going to have to borrow. So what we'll do is we'll take off 1 degree from our beginning, which will turn us down into 179. And that will give us an extra 60 minutes, because that 1 extra degree we can turn into minutes. But then I still need some seconds, so I'm going to borrow from that and turn that down to 59 minutes. And that 1 extra minute is going to bring us out to an extra 60 seconds. Now I can go ahead and subtract like I did before. So let's start by working our way from smallest to largest. And that's taking the 60 seconds minus the 50 seconds, which will leave us with 10 seconds. Then working our way up from smallest to largest. Now we've got to take the 40 minutes away from the 59 minutes, which will leave us with, again, 19 minutes. Notice the minutes and seconds are still the same. It's what's going to be different is going to be the degrees. So the degrees here, we've got 179 minus the 50, which will leave us with 129 degrees. So our supplement or supplementary angle to the 50 degrees, 40 minutes, and 50 seconds is going to be 129 degrees, 19 minutes, and 10 seconds. And we're all done.